149. I'm telling you, Pitt's looking really good. It's 13-12 UNC, and we know that they are heavily favored in his last 2 weight classes.
Max Stout ranked 10th in the country, one of the top 197 pounders in the country, ready to go. He's won 14 straight entering tonight. His opponent, Cade Lautt, back down at 197 this year. He had to bump up at heavyweight a season ago, but this is his weight, 197 for the redshirt junior. 5th season at Chapel Hill for Lautt.
Now, Lautt is a Greco guy, so Stout has to be careful.
Loves to go upper body. When Rock talks Greco, that is all upper body attacks. You see Lautt jump in on that front headlock for a moment. Both these wrestlers have looked sharp of late. We talked about Stout's success, but Lautt comes in a roll. He's won 5 of his last 6. Had that heartbreaking loss. He really wrestled tough. Andy Smith, Virginia Tech, lost to Smith. Sudden victory, 4-1.
Good motion there by Stout. He's a longer guy. He's long arms and long legs. Now, oftentimes when you have long arms and legs, they kind of just reach. But when you have long arms, you may use it to get your legs, but you still got your hips underneath.
Trying to get to that leverage, cannot. Stout backs out of the way. So halfway through this first period, no score. North Carolina right now clinging to a 1-point lead. Final 2 weights of the night.
When you wrestle someone like Stout, and this is a good job by Lautt, is that when a person like that needs space to shoot, you got to hand fight. Hand fight and stay right in the phone booth. Because when you have someone that has longer arms and likes to shoot, you don't want to give them space. So Lautt's doing a good job of closing the gap and hand fighting, standing there, just being busy. Don't give someone space that shoots a lot and has longer arms.
And a bonus point machine this year, 17-2 for the NCAA qualifier from a year ago. Made it all the way to the round of 16. His very first NCAA championship went 2-2. You talk about the wrestling room for Pitt, especially in these upper weights. He gets to roll around with Pitzer every day, but you have Nino Bonacorsi in that room, the national champion. And it's interesting when you look at this weight class from a national picture, if you step back and look, 6 of the top 10 seniors, you know, and you look at Stout nestled there as a sophomore as he gets to his real first shot of this opening period, but it's fended off by Lautt. Now he comes back with a reshot of his own, only to be countered by Stout, has that one leg. So that shin whizzer put on by Lautt to try to fight it off. Not a lot of time to work. 3 seconds, 2, down to 1, grabs that far leg, but was it in time? The 2 officials will come together, and they are going to go 3 for Stout to close out the period.
Hey, good re-attack. He finished it. It was 6 seconds when he had that leg up in the air. Now, they're going to look at that. Now, Stout's doing a good job. Finish high, and then watch him. High, low, butt down. The question is, when was the sound? Can't tell with this loud crowd here at the Fitz. So they're going to confirm that. But Lautt did a good job. But Stout kept attacking, kept attacking, kept attacking. When you attack, you create more opportunities to score.
So it's all about the timing, and that is what they're taking a look at. Keep an eye on the clock. Lower left-hand corner. Was there control?
Oh, now, here's the thing. The clock, but you saw the second official, Scott Bricker, put his hand up. When the hand goes up, that's the official saying stop. That's enough. That's the universal sign to stop action when I put that hand up.
Even if there's a second on the clock.
Now, that clock may not have been lined up with what we saw, what we heard. When Scott Bricker, the officials, put his hand up, that's saying stop. Everything's dead. Now, just because his butt hit, that doesn't mean control is established. So you may say the butt hit. No, it's when the official puts up his hands. not when the butt hits on the mat. So there's a couple things we need to look at. One, the clock. Number two, when the official put that 3 in the air, and that's going to define if that was a takedown or not.
So this is an overall look where you can see all parties involved. You'll see on the right with Scott Bricker, he's going to come up, stop it right there. No signal of 3 from the left.
Yep.
With the head referee, Patrick Frank.
And then you saw when that 3 fingers went up, it looks 0. Let's go back. If we can go back, let's just go back just a little bit. So let's look at the top. Look at the top. Down, keep going slowly, slowly, slowly. The referee to the right is about to put his hands up. We're about to get a decision here.
Stands. After further review, call stands. We have a takedown green before time expires.
Call stands. That is a takedown. Kind of what we call a bang bang.
Lautt's choice, and he is going to start underneath.
That was red choice there. Red set, green cover.
This is the area where Coach Gavin expressed that this is where Stout has gotten better.
1, escape red, neutral.
Maybe 10 seconds better.
This is a wrestling family. When you look at the Stout, you can make the case as well for the Lautts. Clay wrestled at North Carolina, had a great career for the Tar Heels. He's helping out with some of the broadcasts. I've heard him at some of those home meets for North Carolina. Stout, his father Brian, ran a club, wrestled at Clarion, had that distinguished career. Older brothers, both Kellen and Luke. A lot of wrestling talent, a lot of wrestling pedigree with the Stout family. Good battle here with Cade Lautt, 197. Stout with a 3-1 lead. Minimum of both wrestlers circle out of bounds back into the center.
So,
Set.
kind of what we expected. We expected that North Carolina was going to come out on top in the lighter weights. We said that 157 and 165 were the swing matches, and they were both relatively tight matches, especially 157. And then, wow, Pitt's going on a good tear. Over and under. Why we call it over and under? Because one arm is over and the other arm is under. That's why we call it over and under. The right arm of Lautt is over, but his left arm is under the armpit. Over and under.
Prime position if you can really clinch that to get that upper body throw. So once Stout disengaged from that over-under, he comes in with a shot of his own. He gets smothered by those heavy hips here from Lautt, just plastering that head down onto the mat underneath. Short time. Well, you see Stout. Can he dial up some late magic for the second straight period? No. As Lautt holds serve there in a 3-1 deficit. Keith Gavin's Panthers able to get wins from Kessler and Evans. And that really turned the tide. 2 frantic finishes for the Panthers that really got this crowd ignited.
It did. I mean, you talk about a clean sweep. 57, 65, 74, 84.
Optional starts coming. Get ahead, center of the back right. Set.
Lautt's going to go optional.
Still red. Still red. Still
Pushes
red.
down on the back of the neck a couple of times, and now Stout is away. So Lautt's going to try to get to those upper body ties that we have seen him try to work. Sticks in that underhook.
Back to that over and under, and this is all pretty much where Lautt wants to be. His strength, and you see how he's digging in. When we say digging in, he's trying to get that left arm is underneath. He's trying to get that right arm underneath to what we call double oh, nice. As soon as he went down for that shot, he spun around. Good strength there by Lautt to stay up. Look
These
at
are
this.
situations where Stout has been finishing all season long, and he does right there again.
You gotta talk a little bit louder, Scott.
That was
Thank you.
we saw Lautt going upper body. Smart wrestling by Stout. That when he went upper body, he lowered his level to do what we call a sweep single. Why we call it a sweep single? Just like a broom. When you sweep a broom underneath a bed, like a sweeping motion, that's what he did. A nice sweep single. Let's look at the sweep single. Sweep single, and he went all the way around. Great strength there by Lautt, but just a little more patience to bring him down to the mat. Once those hands hit and he braces himself, that's a takedown.
So some cushion late in this third period for the 10th ranked wrestler in the land, Max Stout.
Go.
Very methodically back up to his feet. He is away. Riding time not a factor, but Lautt has some work to do. He is a big move guy if he can get to that upper body tie, but right now Stout has seen an opening on that lower half.
And Stout's going to continue to shoot. Shoot and look for a major decision. Major decision is pretty important.
This has been such a tight duel. We've only had one bonus point wait, and that was McNeil at 149. Stall call in on red, and just on that call, Stout fires in for good measure for 3 more.
Not just that, bonus points. Bonus points, when we say bonus points, that's when you win by 8 more, sweep single, and reaches for the other leg. You see the length? He was able to reach for that other leg. Good job. He's turned it on, hasn't he?
Go.
Worked for the bonus points, which now put Pitt in the lead.
Sticks in that claw. Final few moments ticking off this third period clock, and for the first time tonight, Pitt is going to grab the lead, and they look to their sophomore leader to flex his muscle and give them that first lead.
Hey, this is what we expected. We said lightweights were going to dominate UNC. Heavyweights up at Pitt, 157 and 165. Max Stout gets that bonus, so let's look at this. This is what you call a run. Heller, Augustine, moving up to Stout. Pitt's on a roll. Heavyweights next.